Summer anime was dead on arrival and fall anime absolutely bangs. We've got new shit, continuing shit, original shit, gay boys fighting ghosts and shit, straight up shit. And this is what to watch. In a world where the white man goes to war over which two-dimensional Japanese teenage girl is the best, Komi stands as the one singular being that both sides can come to terms on and agree as the true best girl. Nobody thought that this would ever be animated, but even fewer thought that the result would be this good. If you haven't read it before, it's simple. Popular girl actually has crippling social anxiety and is incapable of speaking. Has no friends but wants some. It is wholesome. It is funny. The studio have completely blown their load adapting it. Every little detail is animated. Every single manga panel looks better than anybody could have fucking imagined. Look at this cat. Now look at Meliodas. My point exactly. Thank you for my TED Talk. This has got to be one of the best adaptations of manga I've seen in a while. And it's this season's most anticipated series for a good reason. If you're not watching it, then just go and check it out. Do it now. But after you finish the video, Mugen Train looks good, made a fuck ton of cash. You saw it, I saw it, and now we get to see it again. Now I get why they're breaking it up and airing it as individual episodes. They just don't want to admit that piracy still exists. They just want everybody to watch it legally and be good people. Legally.
Piracy is so good.
And nevertheless, there's going to be some new scenes added to it, and you get to see one of the most well-produced fights in anime all over again. Okay, Rengoku. The real start of Season 2 is December 5th, when it'll kick off the Entertainment District arc with a 1 hour special. So you just have to wait. Very patient. Fuck! You just had to wait! X-Arm walks so that Tesla No could crash and burn. Tesla No carries on from where X-Arm left off, expertly blending 3D rendered characters within a 2D world. Having everything in its world move just as fluidly as a mushroom trip. Truck-kun? Oh, how primitive.
We've got teleporting.
Nobody in this world is safe. We took all of the mushrooms. Disclaimer, please do not watch this. You will be severely wasting your time. On to the next series. Mieruko-chan is a horror comedy, allegedly. Allegedly. Yeah, no, this anime knows exactly what it's doing. Miko is terrified every waking minute of the day because she can constantly see ghosts. At the bus stop, at school, or between her legs when she's trying to get to sleep. Oh, EDP. Now, I had really low expectations for this. But the whole supernatural side of it is a really good change from the usual brain cell destroying comedy anime that we always seem to get. It has really good voice actors. The ghosts have that Jiraiya energy and their own distinct art style that actually gives them this on-screen presence. And if you're 12, they'd probably cause your asshole to clench up just that little bit. If you're into Nagatoro, Ozaki, or any of those comedy anime that are actually kind of ecchi, here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now take the privilege of presenting to you Does It Fit the Anime?
My Senpai is annoying as an office slice of life that brings up some very important topics, such as how big is too big, are pocket-sized waifus better for the environment, or how can this hamster take this banana? It's a slice of life that isn't actually slow or boring, but actually makes you feel warm inside, and the relationship between the two mains doesn't actually feel too stale. Takeda just thinks Igarashi is cool and she just thinks he's annoying, or does she?
But that's just a theory! No. An anime theory!
Oh, shut the fuck up! If you liked other office series like Watakoiven,
this is probably the anime that you were looking for.
Sorry, I'm bad at voices and I couldn't think of a joke. This completely flew under my radar and probably flew under yours too. Sakugan is a mecha that is based in a world where people live in colonies far below ground, spread out over these huge distances. So to stop these huge kaiju from eating them up. Okay, I know it's CG, but it's not that bad. Look berserk. Anyway, Han follows a deadbeat dad and his genius tsundere daughter. It's one of those mechs that's mainly going to be focused on its characters and their journey. This dude doesn't want his daughter to go out into the world because he knows that she'll probably die. And she's 9! That's too young even by anime standards. But you just know that the two of them are about to go on this insane and unforgettable adventure, and one of them will probably die. It's full of emotion, world building, mystery and vibes, and that's just off of one episode. This could be a special story. It's got those sort of Gurren Lagann type vibes, and this could be a sleeper this season, so really check it out. Platinum End is an absolute trip. Mirai is an edgy young teen who ends up gaining godlike powers to manipulate and kill at his own will. Sound familiar? The angel that gives him these powers also seems to have an extreme interest in seeing just how fucked everything will end up. And it comes from the same guys that made Death Note and Bakuman. Mirai has been pushed around and hurt for his entire life, but still sees his newfound powers as an unfair advantage over the rest of the world, just wanting to lead a normal life. But that's not going to happen because more and more people end up gaining these powers, and everybody has then been entered into a global battle royale that only takes place in Japan. The first episode was pretty off the wall and you should at least experience that. From there, it's up to you. 86 is probably my anime of the year, and that is likely the same for a lot of people. Mech anime is nowhere near as popular as it once was, and for a good reason. Too much was made and it just kind of fell off. 86 doesn't do anything that we haven't seen before. It's just good, if not great, and tells a story insanely well. It's a mecha that has something for everyone. A great character-driven story focusing on how messed up society is and how these people are affected by it. Robots, guns, waifus, tick all yiddies. I'm sorry, I won't make that joke again. It goes for the whole "you are an inferior race and we are going to slowly exterminate you" type of story that happened in Germany before, but presents it to you in this beautiful way. Has some extremely intense moments and really cool characters that actually feel like real people. This is mandatory. You need to watch this.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Rudy, stop trying to fuck the lolly.
For every regular anime there exists at least 10 isekai, and for every 100 isekai only one of those will actually be good. And Mushoku Tensei just happens to be one of the very best of the best. Why? The art and animation are absolutely insane. It doesn't have your trashy isekai sense of humor that much, and it's got Roxy.
Excuse me. Can I please have a smell of that pussy?
This series is the sort of good where I don't need to explain what's going on. It's a basic isekai, but it's also one of the best isekai ever made, so you really can't miss out on this. Blue Period is inspiring. Yatra is a second-year student that one day realizes that he's going to be a salaryman for the rest of his life. So therefore he decides to take it upon himself to chase a creative dream that he's only just discovered, to become an artist and to try to get into art school. Now, was he actually good at any of this beforehand? No, he's got zero experience, but that's what this entire story does. It documents the entire journey he has to go through to become an artist and the amount of hard work he has to put in just to catch up with everyone else. And this one's just inspiring. It's a really good story and really highlights how tough the creative world can truly be. And this will probably fly under the radar completely, but as a story it really deals with a lot of societal issues and mental aspects head on. And isn't afraid to show you. From abusive parents to overwork to hating who you are. This series touches on a lot of those topics. The anime tells the story really well, has great voice actors and a really well suited OST. And even though I think watching the anime is the best way to experience the story, if you want the full experience then read the manga, it's amazing. And I feel like a lot of the characters come across that tiny bit better in it. But that's just me. Anyway, if you like that sort of stuff and want to watch one of the best stories about that be adapted into an anime, you should enjoy it. Wow, Mappa are really going in on this new anime. I wonder how the people making it are. Oh no. Takt Op Destiny is an anime original coming from Madhouse and Mappa, set in a world where monsters attack anything that resembles music, which means that nobody can listen to music anymore, which also means that there's no SoundCloud rappers. So to combat these monsters are these waifu that are controlled by a young and edgy teen. It has some of the best visuals in the game when it comes to a seasonal anime release. It has amazing sound, art, direction, looks amazing, and yeah, it's cool. But the animators. I know that this is a picture of the director from Attack on Titan, but Studio Mappa have had some things come out about them recently, either about their working conditions or their pay, that kinda makes me look at what they do a bit differently now. Anyway, you should check this one out. It has a really interesting story and some great visuals. You'll probably enjoy it. This season is pretty solid, and holy shit, it feels good to have a strong seasonal anime lineup again. That being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video. My name's Ben. Like, sub, comment, and share it. Thanks for watching. Bye.